Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pampered Chef Live. We're so glad to have you with us tonight. My name is Michael, and I am your moderator tonight. Where are you joining from? Where is home for you? Post in the chat. Let us know. And while you're there, drop an emoji if your consultant invited you tonight. Speaking of where you're from, before I go any further, I want to extend some love and care to our customers and consultants from Texas who have been impacted recently by devastating floods. We at Pampered Chef extend our hearts to families who have lost loved ones and homes in this catastrophic tragedy. We hope our event tonight can offer a little warmth during some challenging times. So thank you. During the next 30 to 45 minutes, we'll be joining Ashley from her home kitchen as she teaches us how to transform a cheeseburger into a refreshing, high protein salad the whole family will love. After the demo, we'll be selecting 3 attendees for product giveaways. So if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, be sure to register through the event registration link in the caption of this post so you can be eligible for tonight's drawing in Zoom. We'll also have some Q&A time with Ashley after the demo. So if you have a question you would like Ashley to answer, come here in Zoom and drop it in the Q&A feature. Q&A is different than chat, and our staff will respond to as many questions as we can during the event, and we'll save some for Ashley to answer at the end, depending on how much time we have left. So we'll do our best. A lot of questions. We try to get through as many as we can. Couple other housekeeping notes, and then I'm going to get out of the way here. First of all, everyone will get the recipe handout via email about an hour after the demo ends if you are registered on Zoom. And speaking of Zoom, if after the event, take the survey that pops up at the end. We really appreciate it. We welcome your feedback. It helps us improve and make these events better. And if you need a little motivation, we do an extra bonus giveaway from the survey every week as well. Last thing, there's some Zoom chat. The Zoom chat is a lot of fun for some people. And if you're one of the people who thinks Zoom chat is not so fun, maybe it's a little overwhelming, you can mute it. And I'm going to tell you how. On desktop, click the little arrow next to the chat button at the bottom of your screen, and then click Stop Showing Chat Preview. If you're on your phone, open the chat, tap the little bell icon, and then select Mute. You can also hide the emoji reactions by selecting More with the 3 little dots on your screen on your phone, and then selecting Hide Reactions. I hope that helps. Now, friends, I'm going to get out of the way, grab a beverage, kick back, relax. It's the end of the day, but it's time to get cooking. So let's get cooking. Take it away, Ashley.
Oh my gosh, you guys. If you, I'm so nervous. So I want to start this whole thing off with, I am not a professional. I don't even enjoy cooking. If I'm being totally transparent with you guys, I cook to survive. I do not cook because I think it is a glorious experience. I literally cook because my body says, hey girl, you gotta eat. So when you watch me tonight, know that I'm not perfect. And if you see me maybe lick my fingers, no, you didn't. Okay? No, you didn't. I am in my own kitchen and I'm not sharing this food with anyone. So I just want you to know that you can do this pampered chef thing, even if you don't enjoy cooking like me. So, a little bit about me and my story. I joined Pampered Chef almost 6 years ago, and I was 8 months pregnant, 7.5 months pregnant with my second child. I knew that when I went on maternity leave, I was going to need something to occupy my noggin because raising a newborn is kind of difficult. And I wanted something to kind of keep me engaged outside of, that life. And so I joined Pampered Chef. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I did not know much about the products. I had one of these in my kitchen drawer, and I did not know what it was for 3 years before I joined Pampered Chef. My husband got it from his mom, well, my boyfriend, husband, that whole spiel. And when I was thinking of joining Pampered Chef, my husband was like, Ashley, Pampered Chef is really good stuff. I was like, is it? Is it? It's just kitchen stuff, right? He's like, no, it's like really good kitchen stuff. My mom has things from years and years and years. And then I started looking through my cabinets and all of that, and I saw so many Pampered Chef things. So it's it's been a ride, and I'm so grateful I said yes to some kitchen stuff, and I've learned as I've gone. And I will say I still burn things every single day, but I burn things in a very even way because Pampered Chef cookware is so good that if you are going to forget about your bacon in the oven, at least it's going to be like the perfect, evenly cooked bacon burnness. So we're going to cook a very simple meal together tonight. I am going to show you guys the deluxe cheeseburger salad, and I'm going to show a few high protein additions that you can add. I personally am on a hit my protein goals every day, so when I make meals, I want to make sure that I am, adding as much protein as I can possible. So, first things first, we're going to cook some ground beef. I have the 10-inch stainless steel skillet over here. It's nice and preheated. I have my ground beef, and it is sizzling and ready to go. I am going to use my mix and chop. But did you know Pampered Chef has a mix and chop spatula? Do you have the spatula? I'm going to be honest. I kind of really like the spatula more. Well, not more. I love them equally, but I do like the spatula. So if you don't have the spatula, I do encourage you to get it. So I love it because one, it's like a C shape or I don't know, a cockadoodle shape, which I really like. And it works just as well as the original mix and chop, but I don't have to like, this is weird. I don't have to like pick in between the little rivets to get the meat out. So this is perfect for that and it does the same job. So my ground beef is gonna do its thing. My husband and I really like seasoning. We are not a bland family. So we like seasoning, we like a lot of seasoning. And two of my all-time favorites from Pampered Chef are the Italian and the rosemary herb. So we're gonna add both because I couldn't decide on just one. So season to your heart's desire. You know how much you like, you know what your family likes, so you do you. Okay? And I do like to let my ground beef just kind of chill for a minute because then it gets a little like crispy on the edges and I like that. So while that is going, we're going to prep our buns. So with this meal, one carb that you're going to include is buns. So the recipe calls for tops of the buns, tops of sesame buns. And I don't know if you heard, but I don't like cooking. So if I am going to cook, I'm going to be very practical when I cook. And so I'm not using just the tops of my buns. I'm using the whole buns. And oops, I dropped a bun on the floor. So when you're in my kitchen, you can expect there to be a mess at all times. My husband married me because of how much of a mess I make, and he thinks it's just endearing and he loves it. So we're using a special bread, a special bun. It's got 8 grams of protein in it, so we're going to get extra protein from our buns. We're going to use our Pampered Chef bread knife, and we're just going to slice these guys. You can do quarter of an inch or whatever you feel like. Calls for 4 bun tops, but I'm doing 1.5 whole buns because one fell on the floor and my floors are clean, but I have pets, so we're not going to eat from the floor tonight. So we're going to get that all set up on our thingamabob. Oh, and I'm using the new deluxe. Ow, it's hot on top. In case you're wondering, it is hot on top. I'm using the new deluxe air fryer oven and deluxe air fryer and oven. So I'm gonna put my buns in. I have it already preheated, and they're gonna cook for just 5 minutes. If you look at the recipe, it says 425 for like 8 to 10. I'm only gonna do 5 minutes because this guy doesn't mess around. So I'm going to check my ground beef. It's doing good over here. I would bring you to me, but you'd probably get dizzy and nauseous. So you're going to stay over there and just trust that the ground beef is doing really, really well. Okay? All right, so next what we need to do is we need to cut up a red onion. We need a red onion in this recipe. And guess what? We hate red onion in my house. I can do a little bit, an itsy bitsy bit. My husband, if I put red onion in his food, he won't eat it. So we're going to do it anyways. We're going to show you guys how. I didn't press start. In case you're wondering, make sure you press start on your thingamabobs, because if you don't, it don't work. Let's try this again. So our air fryer, I mean, it's hot, so I don't even have to worry about going through the preheat process. We're just going. Okay, so we don't like red onions in my house. But for this recipe, I know there's so many people that love red onions. So I want to show you guys how to use it. I asked my husband to buy a red onion at the grocery store. I said a small one, just a small one. And he literally bought one that was the size of my face. Like this is a quarter, like less than a quarter of it. So we're going to cut it. So we got to get the roots off. Have you guys seen our new foundation knives? Can we talk about these really quick? Our new foundation knives, first of all, they're beautiful. They're sharp. Ask my tongue and ask my fingers. They are sharp. And if you don't have counter space, you can close it and slide it in a drawer. It's awesome. These are my new go-to knives, and I have all of them. So we're going to grab this one. This one's my favorite. So we're just going to cut off the tippity top. I'm using my prep and store cutting board. I love this because I'm a mess. It contains the mess. So I like it. I can just swipe in all my trash. So now we're going to use our rapid prep mandolin. Hopefully you guys can see. I know my camera angle isn't the best, but you know, we love all kitchens of all sizes. So rapid prep mandolin, it's set to 2 because if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it thin. So you can pick how thick you want it, but you can, if you want more onion, add more. It is totally up to you. But I'm just going to do a quarter, and I'm going to show you guys how amazing this product is. Raise your hand if you've ever sliced the tip of your finger off with a mandolin. Me, I still have a scar right here on this finger from the Pampered Chef OG mandolin that now lives in my attic, and I refuse to bring it out. So I only use this because I refuse to have another injury like that because that was bonkers. But anyways, we're going to slice and dice it just like this guy. Yes, it's loud, but it's so therapeutic to just bam, 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 done. In like 2 seconds. There is a 0% chance I could cut anything that well. And that, like, even. So, another onion on the floor. In my kitchen, we make a mess. If you're not making a mess, then, well, thank you. But I make a mess. So, ground beef is nearly done. We're just going to check that. If you like your ground beef a little extra, you know, like meaty, chunkier, don't hit it as much. I like my ground beef real fine, so I hit it and I work it and I want it to be small little pieces because I want a bite of ground beef in every single forkful. So it is nearly done. I'm just going to turn that off just so I don't forget about it and burn it. And next what we're going to do is let's cut a tomato. 2 tomatoes for this recipe. Dos tomatoes. Anytime you want. Recipe calls for plum tomatoes, but I don't care. Cook what you like or what you have at your grocery store. My husband picked these out because he's our resident grocery shopper, so I have very low expectations. But that's okay. Okay. Cut the tops off. Cut the butts off because, oh, and clean them first because, you know, yuckies. Wash them first. Okay, so you can cut them however small or large you want. I'm just going to do like big old chunky chunks because I do like tomatoes. So I'd like to do a little pinwheel and then slice it. And then I have my container. I'm going to put it there so I can save it for later. Okay, one done. Thank you, ma'am. Can we talk about, I'm not even using a tomato knife, and this is working like amazingly. Can we talk about that? Because normally you have to grab a tomato knife because, it needs that little ridgy ridge thing. But we don't need that. These foundation knives are so dang sharp. You went in my trash container. You go there. All right. Next. Also, even the most simple recipes, I don't trust me. I don't trust me with directions. I go to my kids' school every single day for, whatever, 200 days a week. I still pull up GPS because I don't trust me. So I have the recipe here because I don't trust me. So we've done our tomatoes, we've done our onions. Now we are going to cook ground beef. We did that. Chop the remaining onion in a food chopper. Well, guess what? We're not doing that because if I put onions in that ground beef, which is the next step, my husband won't eat it. And I really need him to eat this meal later. And he will not eat it if I put onions in it. So we're gonna little mixy, shimmy, shimmy, and it'll be okay. But what we need is we need pickles. We need pickles that are diced up. I don't have the time and energy to dice up pickles. So I'm going to use my food chopper to obliterate some pickles. And the thing I like about this food chopper is I tell my husband, if you see me using this, I have a little rage to get out. And I love it because it's like, ah, it's my rage. It just helps me. Okay. So we don't judge here. We love here. And we're going to grab a pickle. I also bought whole pickles instead of, sliced or whatever pickles. So I'm going to quarter them before I put them in my chopper. Okay, so we're going to just, quarter them a bit. Maybe we'll do two at a time because we want them nice and donezo. Okay, so we have our pickles and you just enjoy it. You just like, it's a chopper. Da 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 da. Okay, so you just go. And how small you want it is how much you chop. And can we talk about how I did like, I don't know, that many chops? And it's that good. I don't know if you can tell. But love it. Love it. If you don't love pickles, that is a-okay. You don't have to add them to the recipe. Isn't that beautiful? And now I don't know what to do with these because I don't have another container. So we're just going to do the other pickle right here on the cutting board. Make as much noise as humanly possible because your family's not home. I kicked them out for this. I did not cut up as much because they're children. But yeah, and make a mess. You've got to make a mess. That's the rules. Okay, so our ground beef is done. Our pickles are chopped. Guys, our salad is like basically done. Are you excited? Like, if I didn't talk so much, it would be done. Wrong area. It would have been done a long time ago. Okay, so those are done. Little overcooked, but that's because I forgot about them. We need to add everything to our ground beef and make our salad. So I'm going to bring the ground beef over here. Can you see it? Somebody tell me. Can you see it? Okay, so here's our ground beef. What we need to do is we need to add our pickles. So we need half a cup of sliced dill pickles. That looks about half a cup. That's good. We like that. Then we need 3/4 cup of ketchup. Forgot to get my ketchup up. You guys were supposed to remind me to do that. Okay, so I'm going to use my measure all cup. This thing is glorious because you know how you use like a standard measuring cup and then you got to get around the sides? Well, that's annoying. So we're just going to use this. And I'm going to put everything in on the dry side for the ketchup because it's thick. It's not, I mean, it's kind of a liquid, but not really. We're going to do 3/4 cup, and we're just going to fill her up. Let it breathe. All right, there's your ketchup. And then I'm going to little dump-a-roni. There she goes. Next, we need some mustard. Just 1 little tablespoon of yellow mustard. Are you a fan of yellow mustard or Dijon mustard? Which one? I am yellow mustard all day. I love me some yellow mustard. It's the best. Which one do you like? Okay, so now we got to mix this. Mix it, mix it. And then this would be, you would also add your chopped diced onions if you wanted onions at this point. Again, if you don't, whatever you don't like, don't put it in here, but it is a cheeseburger. So we got to put, what do you put on a cheeseburger? So everything you like on a cheeseburger, just throw in this pan. I'm sure it will be just fine and delicious for you. So, okay, so that is done. That's ready to go. It's ready. So next, we've got to cut some lettuce. Cut some lettuce. Let's move that out of the way. Get out of my way. Now, we've got our, have you seen our new outdoor serving bowls? There's two sizes. There's a mama and a baby. We're going to use the mama tonight because I'm making this real big. So, we're going to use that. And we have lettuce that I washed before. So, we're going to wrap her up, bring her over, and we're going to cut up some romaine lettuce together. We're going to use the salad choppers. Everyone uses these for meat. Did you know that they actually work on lettuce too? I know, it's mind blowing. And what I like to do when I buy hearts of romaine is obviously I wash it, and then I like to kind of stack up a few leaves, okay? And you can do as much as you want, but I stack them, I kind of roll them like sushi, and then I use my salad choppers and I just cut it up. Make sure a few pieces fly out of your bowl because that's what you do in my kitchen. And you just chop it up. Okay? Then you just keep going until all of your lettuce is nice and chopped. Ugh. It's okay if it's not perfect because it's okay. I mean, who cares? We're not here for a presentation. We're here to fuel our bodies so we can live and enjoy and thrive, right? So I might not do all of this lettuce. I got adventurous, but how easy is that? Can we talk about that? I mean, maybe you like to chop your lettuce, but again, I'm here for practical purposes and got about half a bowl of lettuce. So we're going to call that a day. That's ready. Next, ooh, that was loud. Sorry, guys. We want to make a salad dressing. I don't know about you, but I want a salad dressing. When I eat salad, I need some stuff on it. But we've got goals. We have protein, right? We want extra protein. So we're going to make a cottage cheese like salad dressing situation. So we have our twist and chop, our beautiful twist and chop. If you want this recipe, it is on your handout in Cook's Tips. I'm going to tell you right now, I am doubling it because we're a saucy family. We want it saucy. So we have our twist and chop. We're going to put all of our ingredients in there, starting with half a cup, if you're doubling, of cottage cheese. Any cottage cheese you like, ever you want. If you don't like cottage cheese, try Greek yogurt. I'm sure that would be really good too. Now we need ketchup. So we are doing double. So we need 4 tablespoons. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm going to do that. This does not have tablespoons on it. But this one does. All right. So we are measured out to 3 tablespoons. We're going to do that because that's what's here. How fun is that? Can we just talk about that? The little things, you guys. All right, ketchup. Now, this one, because we are fancy, we're not doing yellow mustard. We are Dijoning it up, my friends. And we are going to do 4 tablespoons of Dijon. Dijon. And then my thingy, my bob is. Oh, oh no. Husband, we need more Dijon. Just kidding. He's not even here. I'm talking to myself, you guys. Okay, Dijon is in. Next, we need 3 dill pickled chips. I don't have dill pickled chips. I have whole dill pickles. So I'm going to make them into chips. You know how you make a whole dill pickle into chips? You use a knife and you cut them. Ta-da! And if you want to get fancy, you go grab our crinkle cutter and you make them like ridge. So it's super fancy. So that is double 3. That means 6. And then you need pickle juice. We need pickle juice. A teaspoon-ish. 2 teaspoons because I'm doubling it. And then you need milk. So 1 tablespoon. If you're singling it, double. We're doubling it. So we're going to do that. I use this little guy. I love the little ones because tablespoons, like you guys see the mess I made with this, gold. Love it. Okay, so because we don't waste in this house, I didn't use all of the pickles, so we're putting it back. We're going to put it on. Gotta have the lid locked, or this thingamabob will not go. You need the lights on. I'm just gonna let it go. Yeah, it's loud. It's fine. While that's going, we need cheese. Every salad is better with cheese. And our adjustable grater has 2 sides. It has the big guy, it has the little guy. We're doing the big guy because I want big old bites of cheese every time I eat. So that's over there. We're going to get our cheese. Watch this. Wham! Look at that. Make a mess. Make sure some falls on your floor. It's a requirement. Okay, so I'm just going to show you guys this. And it just sits so beautifully on this. And look at these. Look at that perfect piece of cheese. But if you want it smaller, you just flip it around, show some more, and then you just go. You want about a cup of cheese or however much your heart desires. I truly believe that when you cook, you have to measure with your heart. And if you don't, then you won't be as happy. So we're here to be happy, right? All right, I think this is done. Okay, that was loud. Okay, so cheese. Cheese, please. So I just saw that in the chat. Cheese, please. So we got little thin pieces, and we've got bigger pieces. Yeah, it's loud, but I kind of let it go crazy. So normally you don't like just let it go crazy like I did, right? So I think of the food processors on the market and stuff, it's not too bad, honestly. Okay, so that is done, and it is perfect. Let me take it off. Let me get the blade out and show you. Don't lick your fingers, Ashley. You're on live. I have a towel, Pampered Chef towel. So look at this, you guys. Look at this. It's a beautiful, creamy salad dressing that's just going to go on top of our salad. So I spilled some. Make a mess. It's okay. Okay, so now our salad's ready to be put together. We have our lettuce. We are going to top it with ground beef. Okay, and this is what the ground beef looks like. Ugh. Okay, ground beef. It's got pickles, ketchup, mustard, and optional onions, but we don't live that life here. Okay, so we're going to throw on our ground beef. Okay, ta-da. Ground beef is on. We are going to actually do this as like a side salad tonight. So I'm going to save some of the ground beef for like a sloppy Joe situation tomorrow. I'm so excited, but shh, don't tell on me. Okay, next you will add your tomatoes. Love tomatoes. We're just going to dump them in. They've been chilling. cheese, duh, cheese, all the cheese because life is better when cheese is in your belly. And then we have our, well, let's be safe. Grab your little sharky claw. And then you have, listen, don't judge. Pampered, not perfect. I burnt them. But you know what? Who cares? You're going to top them with this little high protein action. Just do a couple because I burned them. Top it with your dressing. I personally don't like salad dressing on before I like dish up because the second my lettuce gets soggy, I'm done. I can't do it. So this is going to stay in the container until I'm ready to eat. And then one thing I'm personally going to do with this meal is because protein, right? We're here for protein, is I'm going to add some protein chips. I have these sweet and spicy chili protein chips that I'm going to crumble up and put on my salad right before I eat. So there's that crunchy piece, and especially since I burnt the bread, but I'm sure it's still good, right? Burnt bread, it's fine. So there you have it. Oh, and then onions. Onions. What should I do with these? Because my husband will not eat them. So if you have advice on how I could cook these and hide these in my husband's next meal, let me know. But yeah, there we have it. A deluxe cheeseburger salad, high protein, um, really goodness. So there you go.
Awesome work, Ashley. That was incredible. And yeah, I need to up my protein goals a little bit, and you're inspiring me. So that was amazing. I don't know
Oh.
why you were nervous. You were knocking it out of the park. Thank you so much for your joy and your laughter and your authenticity. It's really appreciated. So we're gonna give you a quick breather, and we'll bring you back on for some Q&A in just a few minutes. But before we do that, I think folks are ready to somebody is gonna get something for free. Should we find out who? Yeah, we're going to give away something for free to three people in particular. And what we're giving away tonight is our food chopper, which Ashley said was kind of her. If you see her using that, maybe it's she needs a little catharsis. Yeah, that could be you too. So tonight, our winners are congratulations to Kayla Kotsagrelos, Martha Klassen, and Lathia Gray. You are our winners. I will be in touch with you to get your shipping information so we can get this food chopper in the mail for you, and you can chop, chop, chop to your heart's content. So congratulations, Kayla, Martha, and Lathia. You are our winners tonight. And if you are not a winner, but you are like, man, I need to do some chopping myself, well, lucky you. For the next week, we are having a flash sale on our food chopper. And this sale is only available until Monday, July 14th. So 6 days from now. So you can get yourself a nice discount on something that travels really well. I think Sandy brought up a great point last week. Oh, no, wait. She was talking about the manual food processor. Same point stands. I love my twist and chop in the kitchen. But if you are going camping, if you're going to a picnic, you don't have power where you're going, and you need something on the go, the food chopper is awesome for traveling with you and doing some great prep on the go. So check out that flash sale to take advantage of that in the next 6 days before that ends. And if you enjoyed tonight's event, hey, imagine a similar experience designed for kids. Sound fun? Well, again, you're in luck. This Thursday, we are having our next Kids Club cooking class. But different from the demo format you saw tonight, the Kids Club cooking classes is specifically designed for kids to cook along in real time. That means kids are learning real cooking skills, having fun, making a treat, and you can even eat it for dinner because what they're making on Thursday is a pizza pasta salad. Sounds delicious. We are doing 5 of these classes this summer, and this one that's coming up on Thursday is the third of 5. And so be sure to register. It's free, and of course, there will be more giveaways. And it's a registration. Once you register for one of them, you're in for all of them. If you don't have young kids yourself, maybe you can think of somebody else in your life who would enjoy this. Invite them. Somebody down the block, somebody at your community group, your church, whatever. It's going to be a lot of fun. invite those kids in your life to come and learn. And you can register on the Pampered Chef website. If you go to the Kids Club page, or if you go to the live events tab on the top navigation, you'll find the Kids Club cooking classes there. Speaking of inviting others to things, when you host a party in July, hosts can get 60% off any one product and an extra $100 worth of free products with qualifying party sales. So if you've been thinking about gathering some people, maybe stocking your kitchen, this is an awesome way to do it. Talk to your consultant to get a party booked ASAP. Now, speaking of being a consultant, shopping is fun, hosting is fun. The most fun is when you say yes to your own Pampered Chef side hustle, just like Ashley did. She wasn't sure what to expect, and she stepped into something incredible. She's made it her own on her own schedule, on her own terms. You can do the same. So, you also have the opportunity to earn some great products along the way on top of making some money and being part of an amazing community. It's flexible, it's fun, and you can fit it in between soccer drop-off and dinner. So just like Ashley took a chance and said yes, now look where she is. That could be you too. So again, talk to your consultant if you want to learn more about becoming a consultant yourself in July. All right, so I'm going to stop my share here, and we are going to bring Ashley back on to do a little Q&A. So we got a couple questions teed up for you. Let's see. So, all right, these should be nice and easy. So, first of all, you mentioned in the beginning you had some kind of protein packed buns. What were the buns that you picked for the that you were toasting?
I just threw the wrapper away when I was off camera, but it was Dave's protein brand. I
Okay,
really like Dave's brand. So yeah.
love it, love it. Someone wants to know, can you use ground chicken for this if you don't like red meat?
Yes, of course. Anything. Put
Yeah.
anything you want in there.
Yes.
Do like no meat.
Okay. Yeah. You mentioned your husband. This is a two-part question. Somebody wants to know, A, does he cook? And two, what are his and your favorite Pampered Chef products?
Okay, one, no, he does not cook. He is cleanup. He is my dishwasher, and I love him to pieces because of that, because I do the cooking, he does the cleaning, and I make a big old mess. So he is super special to be married to me because he gets to clean up after me. And then our favorite Pampered Chef products, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we gravitate to the knives and the cutting utensils. We've got little kids, so we're constantly cutting up fruit, cutting up peanut butter and jellies, making quesadillas, so like the pizza cutter, the little paring knives, like I can't tell you how much I love these, and even my dog loves them. I don't know if you can see, but she has taken these knives and gnawed on them. So I don't know if you
The
can see in
brave
the
dog.
background. Look at this. Do you see
Yeah.
this?
Wow.
Like, come on.
Your
But she's
your
not
your
the
dog
smartest.
lives on the wild side. Like, yeah, I'll chew on
She,
a knife.
yeah, she's a little wild. But yeah, we gravitate to the knives, cutting boards, because like I said, we're constantly cutting stuff up. So either this board lives on my counter and I just wipe it off for the next meal, or I have the little flexible cutting mats. And then the
Love
air fryer. Duh. This gets used every single day, about 4 times a day.
love it. On that dressing, could you say again, if you don't like cottage cheese, what did you recommend as some other protein swaps?
Yeah, Greek yogurt. I think I personally haven't tried it, but I'm not a big cottage cheese fan. I tried it for this recipe. I do like it, so I say give it a chance. But I use Greek yogurt, plain full fat Greek yogurt for another good protein source.
Very cool. How long did you say you've been a consultant?
Almost 6 years. So
6 years.
September will be my 6 year anniversary.
Incredible. In 6 years of doing this, like what has been some of the standout takeaways of your experience as a consultant?
Oh my gosh. So many, so many. I think so. If you know me, you know I'm the type that I'll question, I'll doubt, I'll like push you a bit to see. So one thing that I love about Pampered Chef is that this brand truly stands on its own 2 feet. I don't have to sell products. I show them, and you buy them, or people buy them because they see how great the products are. And I love that because I don't want to be a salesperson. I just want to live my life, use the things I love to use, and hopefully you want to use them too. So that's been a huge, huge perk for me with Pampered Chef.
Very cool. Last question is, it's part of, being a consultant is it comes with some flexibility. You're a mom. What does that flexibility look like in your life?
Yeah, so when I first started, so there's been a journey, right, with Pampered Chef. When I first started, like I said, I was pregnant. I was working full time. I had a toddler, a 2-year-old. And Pampered Chef literally fit in the little pockets of my day. When my daughter went to bed, I'd sit on my computer, I'd work a little bit. When I was on maternity leave and I was just holding and nursing my son, I was working Pampered Chef. I got to the point where after maternity leave, I chose to go part-time with my career, and Pampered Chef helped support that decision. And now I still work outside of the house a couple of times a week with my career. I do Pampered Chef as like my, I guess, full-time income, I guess you could say. But I volunteer at my kids' school. I substitute at my kids' school. We do gymnastics, we do soccer, we do swimming. We are literally moving and grooving all the time. And I just do Pampered Chef when I have those moments. And I love working in my car. If you see me parked in a parking lot, I probably have my computer because I'm in between activities with my kids and I'm getting stuff done. So it's been awesome.
That's amazing. So cool that you're able to kind of build that structure in your own life. And yeah, by the way, yesterday I literally pulled up into a McDonald's parking lot in between tasks to like send off an
Yeah.
email between around school pickup. So I know how that goes. Um,
Yes.
anyway, thank you, Ashley, so much for bringing your full self here, for inviting us into your kitchen and for stepping out into something that you were a little unsure about. Both the Pampered Chef consultancy, is consultancy a word? Yes, I think so. Not a word we really use, but you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
also to doing this. Thank you for your time and talent, Ashley. We really appreciate it. And thank all of you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. And if any of you are interested in learning more about becoming a consultant yourself, talk to your consultant or visit the Be a Consultant page on our website. We hope you'll join us
Let's
same
do
time.
it.
Yeah, do it. And we hope you'll
Do
join us
it.
same time next week with I forgot to update this. We're gonna be next week, we are gonna be with Jessica, who's gonna teach us how to make some very yummy, yummy ham and cheese pockets that are awesome for kids and adults alike. It's gonna be a blast. So register now. Thanks again, friends, for joining us, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye, friends.